So today's video, we're going to go out and we're going to give you some of the techniques to overcome fear when you're riding your bike. I wanted to do this video because I've spent a lot of time looking up fear techniques because I started riding late in life, so I didn't have that, you know, when you're young and you just do stuff without fear of consequences. So I already had a lot of fear to overcome, and then recently I crashed my bike and broke my collarbone, and coming back from that, you have a lot of fear when you're out riding the trails. You've got to get confidence back, so I went back to these techniques to just get that confidence back, and I wanted to share you with the techniques because they really work, and it's something that you can take to your riding to help you relax more and ride better. So yeah, let's get started. So we're at the start of make or break. It's just a trail centre type trail, nothing particularly hard in it, just a couple small jumps at the very end. So should feel pretty comfortable on it and get warmed up. Right, so I've picked a trail that, although I have ridden before, it really scared me the last time I rode it, but at the same time there's nothing really on it that I can really fixate on. It's just steep turns and it should be quite slippery today. Equally, I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself, so we're going to start with just the first roll in, which is quite steep, and I'm already feeling that kind of anxiety in my chest because I'm thinking about the slippery rocks. Even though the first technique comes into play here, I've had a good look, I know exactly where I'm going to put my wheels. I've talked to Alex, it looks like there's a lot of grip. I mean, there's rocks on there that are probably slippery, but very few of them, so the tyres will pick up grip. That's the first technique. Make sure you feel comfortable, you know where you're going, you've assessed where you're going to look going down the trail, and then the next advice with this tip I would take in knowing where to go and knowing that you've got the ability to do it is to maybe even have a roll in before actually doing it, so planning to stop before going into it instead of just sending it blindly. Okay, so I know where I'm going and I planned that, so next time I've got to plan to just go down it. My God, that'll wake you up in the morning. I was actually terrified coming into that. That's the steepest roll that I've probably done since before I crashed and broke my collarbone. I knew exactly where I was putting my wheels, so literally all I had to do was not put my brakes on and put my feet down. I didn't even let my brain think about it, to be honest. Okay, so this turn looks fine past this thing. This is what's making me go, oh fucking hell. That little route there, I'm not too worried because I'll probably just glide around it. But this, I look at it and I think that's slippery and I feel sick. For something like this, I'd probably do like the 5-second rule, which is where, I don't know if you've heard of it before, there's a whole book about it. You basically count down from 5, either out loud or in your head. Out loud maybe if you're really like me and super scared. And then you basically go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And then you do it without really, that's it, you have to do it when you say go. So we're going to try that with this. I'm pretty scared now. That first roll in got my anxiety, like, I'm buzzing I did it, but I'm now like a bit,
But literally the dirt's got so much like shale in it, it's really grippy dirt. Like, as long as you lean back, stay relaxed, heels down, and just control your braking, just stay relaxed, it's fairly straightforward.
Alex was pushing up and fannying around. Oh, shit, there's a rider coming and there's nowhere off the tracks. So yeah, before I decided to try this corner, which is a bit easier, in my opinion. It might not be, it might just be my my brain telling me it's easier. I decided to just take some time to breathe while Alex went up and got a clip on the corner that I was struggling mentally with. And that leads me to technique number 3, which is what they call combat breathing. So you breathe in for 4 seconds, or like count to 4, then you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you slowly breathe out 6 seconds, hold it for 2 seconds, and then keep repeating it until you calm down. So I was doing that while Alex climbed up. So while Alex was climbing up, as I said, I was trying to get rid of that tightness in my chest, which basically makes your body tight and freeze and makes you ride with your arms straight and everything seizes up. I didn't actually plan to do technique number 3 on the same corner, but technique number 2, the 5-second rule, wasn't working for me. I was just getting more and more het up, so I took some time to breathe while Alex had a go, and then pushed back up when he was done because I felt calmer then. And I guess all the calming down and then just making myself do it, I didn't tense up on it, I just was able to stay loose and actually ride both corners. I had a feeling I might just get down the first one but freeze up, but because I'd spent time breathing, I actually managed to kind of flow through the whole thing. So yeah, another thing conquered. We'll keep riding down and see if we find something else that I'm like, oh. So riding down the trail, we've come to a bit that I feel is a bit dodgy and I don't really like it, mainly because it's slippery roots. It's on a corner and I'm probably going to miss out this high line, but what I am going to do is try and hit this corner and stay square with each route. To obviously give myself confidence over slippery routes, know that I can hit them square and do it. And this actually leads me, I wanted to give you another fear technique, which is freebie here, is that say yes I can do it, even if it sounds really stupid, because automatically if you say yes, your subconscious is already feeling good. It's a little tip I picked up somewhere that actually is in sales, Alex, where if you get people saying yes, they're more invested in something, so your subconscious starts to relax, you want it, you want to do it, you feel good. So at the top, when you're like going into something that might be a bit scary, just say yes, I can do this, and then just do it. So yes, I can do this. So that's the end of our ride. I'm really pleased with obstacles that we got around using the fear techniques I've been researching over the past couple of years. And I feel like my riding's progressed today just from going out and trying to tackle things that scare me alone. I feel a lot more confident and yeah, it's been really good. So if you like this video and you want to see more, hit like, hit subscribe and message us if there's anything you want to see in the future.